Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video, I am super excited because we are going to be talking about some of my favorite delicious perfumes. These are photorealistic gourmand perfumes that I have for you today. And I have more than this in my collection, but I had to tone it down. I had to keep it down a little bit. And I decided to leave out some of the fragrances that I've been talking about a lot recently. So, yeah, this is not an exhaustive list, but I wanted to give some attention to some fragrances I haven't really spoken about lately or that might be a little newer to my collection. But all of these are super realistic, photorealistic gourmands. So if you're a gourmand lover like I am, I've got some bangers in here for you today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie, and on this channel, we mostly talk about perfumes. So if you love perfumes like I do, then please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload a new video. If you're interested in seeing my list of gourmands for fall 2024, then just keep on watching. I am so in the mood for Halloween, you guys. I am ready. I have decorated. I've got all my decorations out and I am just like in the mood. I've got my Halloween earrings going and I can't wait this year. And these fragrances just fit. They just fit the fall, Halloween, yummy, cozy, comforting, happy kind of vibe that I get this time of year. These are all super, super delicious fragrances that will make you smell like an actual snack. So I'm not going to go through all the notes of the fragrances. I'm not going to sit here and list all the notes. I'm just going to tell you what each of these perfumes smells like to me, what kind of photorealistic food it smells like, because we do have a few to get through. So the first one is pretty new to my collection, and this is by Lorenzo Pazzaglia, and this is Sugar Kisses. So like I said, this is pretty new to my collection. I tried it last year and I loved it, and I knew I wanted a bottle of it, but it was starting to get warm and I thought I'm going to wait until next fall or this fall to get a full-size bottle. So that's what I have done, and I absolutely love this. I showed this to you guys in a haul video, but I didn't really have my thoughts on the fragrance. It has a lot of notes, a ton of notes. But here's what I get. After wearing this a couple of times, I've kind of pinpointed what I actually think of this fragrance. So there's cacao butter, and I do pick that up. It definitely smells like cocoa butter to me. But then the rest of the notes, I don't know, they just kind of come together to give me this buttercream frosting, like a buttercream cupcake frosting. That's what I get. And it took me forever to figure that out. I kept sniffing my arm, and there, like I said, there are so many gourmand notes in this fragrance. Now, as this fragrance starts to dry down, I pick up on the lactonic feel. There's lactonic notes in here, and I do pick that up, but not at first. When I first spray it, it's a combination of that cocoa butter and buttercream frosting. It starts to get lactonic as it starts to dry down, so I would not say that this is a safe blind buy, because I know there are a lot of people who can't do lactonic notes. And then as it continues to dry down, I get a lot of that vanilla. It's like a kind of dries down to be like a vanilla sugar cookie. It's interesting because this takes me through a journey. This isn't just a straight up sugary gourmand. This has some character to it, and it goes on this fun little journey that I enjoy. So it's really sweet. You definitely have to be into sweet fragrances to enjoy this. And it is more complex than I really thought it was going to be. So yeah, really enjoying this one. This is by Lorenzo Pazzaglia, and this is Sugar Kisses. All right, there is a house that is pretty well established as a gourmand house. I think they have other fragrances as well. They're not just gourmands, but they have a lot of gourmands. And these are pretty photorealistic gourmands, at least the ones that I have tried. And I have 3 from this house, and all 3 of them are absolutely fantastic. So first up, this is by Kyse Perfumes, and this is Gateau de Carnavale. This one smells like a funnel cake, straight up like a funnel cake, but without the grease. So funnel cakes can be really, really greasy, and that's not what I get in here. There's a fruitiness to this fragrance. I believe there's something like apricots in here listed in the notes, but I really don't pick up much of that. I couldn't tell you that I smell apricots. I just get a very realistic, sweet, funnel cake that you would eat at the fair. I love funnel cakes. They're delicious. And then sprinkle like a little bit of that powdered sugar on top, and that's what you get. You absolutely have to be into foodie gourmands to enjoy this. It is so realistic to a funnel cake from the fair. It is so delicious though. It is one of my favorite fragrances to wear when I just want to be super cozy and I want to have that comforting feel. I mean, I think for those of us who love a good foodie gourmand, it's because we like comfort food. And this reminds us of comfort food. So, sweets are a comfort for me, a comfort food for me. So, if the idea of smelling like a funnel cake sounds good to you, this is definitely going to be one you want to check out. It is delicious. So that's the first one by Kyse. Up next, we have Delizia di Marshmallow, and this one is delicious and smells like marshmallow. I mean, I'm sure you figured that out, right? It smells like marshmallows. It literally smells like you opened up a bag of marshmallows and you just got that first whiff, that powdery. This isn't overly, well, it is a little powdery. Yeah, it smells like marshmallow powder, like the marshmallow powder you would get when you first open a bag of marshmallows. This is delicious. It's sweet, it's realistic, and it's fantastic for layering. I love layering this with other fragrances that have marshmallow in them to help amp that note up, but I will also wear this one by itself. It's not a super strong, loud fragrance, and that's good because this is sweet, and I feel like it would be too much like sickly sweet if it was super, super strong. I'd say it's moderate performance all around. It's delicious. And then we have couple of guesses. You get 3 guesses on what this smells like. This is just absolutely delicious. I love this one. This does have a little bit of a twist to it though. It has cherry in it. And I pick up the cherry. So there's cherry and there's this marzipan. I love marzipan. Okay, I love anything that reminds me of marzipan. It's so delicious and yummy. But I like the combination of the spun sugar and the cherry and the marzipan together. But then they added a little tiny hint of something to offset all that sweetness. They did add myrrh to this fragrance, which I pick up on a little bit. It still smells like a foodie gourmand to me, but I really do like that they put the myrrh in here to keep it from being over the top, sickly, too rich. I think without it, this would just be so, so rich. But yeah, I think there's custard in here too. I do get a little bit of a creamy feel to the fragrance as well. I think there's marzipan, custard, cherry, spun sugar, and myrrh, I believe. I can't wait to wear this one, you guys. This is delicious. All right, let's talk about a super photorealistic fragrance from Snif. This is Crumb Couture. This will make you smell like a buttery blueberry croissant. And I am here for it. This is absolutely mouthwateringly delicious. But even though you literally smell like a pastry, it's not too sweet because of the bready feel. That croissant, you get the flaky croissant in here so realistically. But just like a croissant is, the breadiness of that takes away from some of the sweetness, so it's not over the top sickly sweet. It's so realistic. I mean, seriously, I don't know how they did that. I don't know. I mean, right down to that flaky crust. What a fun fragrance. I absolutely love this one. Okay, up next, we have a new fragrance to my collection, and I've worn this a few times now, and I absolutely love it. I actually blind bought this, and this was such a successful blind buy for me. This is by Dyad. I believe it's Dyad candles. I think they make mostly candles, but they do have perfumes as well. This is Dyad Candles Rise and Shine. This smells like a cinnamon streusel. That's what this smells like. It's so good. So this is, I think there's cinnamon and cardamom in here. It's got that warm, spicy fall vibe to it for sure. Cinnamon, I think there's toasted almond in here, which I do pick up on. And then I believe I think they call it pastry cream. So I get that too in here. There's a slight creaminess. There's a little bit of a latte feel to this. It makes me feel like I'm sitting down on a Sunday morning, just relaxing, getting ready to go to church, and I have a cup of coffee or a latte, a sweet latte, and then I have a delicious cinnamon streusel with some toasted almonds sprinkled on top. That's what this is. It's so good. I mean, I love this so, so much. I think they did such a fantastic job with it. All right, let's talk about an oldie. Okay, let's talk about an oldie that I haven't talked about in a while. And this one needs some love. I love this perfume. This used to be the perfume for a long, long time. I still love it. This is by Xerjoff Lira. This is super photorealistic to food for me because to me, this smells like a somewhat spicy, I believe there's a little bit of cinnamon in here, a little spicy lemon cheesecake. That's what I get from this fragrance. I don't remember all the notes that are in here. I do know there are some people that pick up on the floral notes in here. I'm pretty sure there's lavender and maybe jasmine in this fragrance, but I have never picked up floral notes from this. And I will say I didn't really want to get a full bottle of Lira. I remember testing it out and I loved the way it smelled, but the performance was not great. But now that I have the full size bottle and it has sat for a while, the performance isn't really that bad. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's not like a screamer that's going to fill up the room, but it's okay. I can actually smell it on me and I get these really nice wafts from this fragrance. So I was pretty harsh with my judgment of Lira, the performance of Lira at first, but I've changed my mind. I don't think it's as bad of a performing fragrance as I thought it was in the beginning. So yeah, really love this one. It's super delicious. If smelling like spicy, lemony cheesecake sounds good to you. And when I say spicy, it's not overly spicy. Like I said, I think there's a little bit of cinnamon in here, maybe. Something in here just to give it a little kick. Just a little bit, but not a lot. I love it. It smells very fall to me. So that is by Xerjoff Lira. All right, we have two fragrances by Hez Parfums, and the first one I'm going to talk about just quickly because I feel like I talked about this fragrance last year so much, but I am so excited to pull this out again. I have to mention it. This is what started my love affair with this house. This is Banana Bread Banshee. If you don't know about this fragrance, you need to get a sample of it. I will leave in the description box where you can get samples of Hez fragrances. This is Banana Bread Banshee and it is absolutely fantastic. It smells like banana bread. Now, the thing that has always kind of baffled me about this fragrance is that I don't think there are any nutty notes listed, but for some reason, this fragrance, ooh, this has gotten even better. I haven't worn this since last fall winter. This is so good. I love this. Yes, this smells a little bit like there's walnuts in it. Sorry, I got lost there. I got lost in smelling this fragrance. It smells to me like a little bit of walnuts in here, but I don't think walnut is listed, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm getting that from. Nothing really says fall like that, right? So if that sounds good to you, if that sounds appealing to you, definitely check this one out. And then the other one from them that is super realistic to food is Cafe Beignet. This one smells like a cafe. I definitely get that latte feel to this fragrance, and then it smells like a pastry. So Beignet is a pastry in New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans. I've never had a beignet before, but my mom went to New Orleans and she could not stop raving about beignets. She kept telling me how good they were. I guess she was out with like a group of people and they had a tray of like beignets, I guess, or a plate of beignets, and she had to like keep herself back. She had to like physically hold herself back from taking the last beignet. She didn't want to be that person, you know what I mean? But she wanted to eat it so bad because she said it was one of the most delicious pastries she'd ever had. So that makes me want to go try a beignet so bad. I'm so excited to wear Cafe Beignet. Let's talk about a fragrance that makes me smell like one of my favorite snacks during the fall, and that is caramel popcorn. So this is by the House of Oud What About Pop. If you want to smell like salty, buttery caramel popcorn, here you go. That's what this smells like to me. Now, I will tell you that I've had a couple people tell me they pick up some other notes that are in here. I think there's some floral notes in here, and I've had some people say they get that, but I never have. I've never picked up floral from this. This smells so photorealistic to caramel popcorn with some salt and some butter. Yeah, that's what this smells like. It's so good. So good. You know what? I think this is going to be so good layered with my new Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 71 because I get a little bit of caramel popcorn from that. I also get cookies from it too, but I get like this caramel popcorn from 71. I bet you layered with this, oh, it's going to be good. I haven't done it yet. I just thought of it. So I will let you know if that works out. But anyway, back to What About Pop. Yeah, this makes me want to eat popcorn every single time I smell it. All right, I have two from Navitus. The first one is Venom of Love. And this one smells like straight up cherry cordial, chocolate covered cherry. Even with that little creaminess that's in like a cherry cordial, you know how it has that creamy center with the cherry in the middle? I get that creamy center in here as well. The only thing that keeps this from being a straight up cherry cordial is there's boozy notes in here, and I do pick that up. So it smells like a boozy cherry cordial. That's what it smells like. It's so delicious. This reminds me of Christmas. I cannot wait to wear this during the holiday season. Okay, the other one that I'm really excited to wear by Navitus is Miel Exstase. This fragrance was a love at first sniff for me, and this has got to be the strongest. I have several fragrances from Navitus, and I think out of all of them, this one is the powerhouse. This one has the performance. I mean, this was like a beast from the beginning, and it gets stronger and stronger with time. So I will tell you, this is loud. This is loud and it's proud, and it will definitely fill up a room. Oh my gosh. And I will say, in order for you to enjoy this fragrance, you have to like honey. Obviously, the name is Miel Exstase, which means honey ecstasy. So honey is the front and center star of the show in this fragrance. I am a huge fan of honey fragrances, and this is delicious. So this has boozy notes in it as well, but I don't really pick up a ton. I mean, I do get boozy notes in here. Boozy, definitely honey, and then I believe there's some dried fruits and apricots in here. Definitely pick that up. There's some chocolate. I get some chocolate for sure. I mean, it is delicious. There's vanilla, like I said. There's caramel in here as well. I mean, all the sweet, gooey, yummy deliciousness. So A, you have to love sweet perfumes. B, you have to love honey. And C, you absolutely have to like a loud fragrance. But this is so delicious in the cold weather. This is not one I can wear in the heat by any stretch of the imagination. I can't even wear it right now because even though I have Halloween decor and, you know, I have Halloween earrings and all that stuff, it's like 85 degrees outside right now. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not happening yet, but I cannot wait. I'm itching to pull this out and wear it, but it has to be cold for me to enjoy it. So this is just delicious in my opinion. I love it. So this is by Navitus Miel Exstase. Speaking of Halloween decoration, so I already have decorated for Halloween, and I live in a new neighborhood. Like, I've never been here before. We just moved into this neighborhood. I don't know my neighbors or anything like that, but I was out on my front porch and I'm decorating, and I drive through the neighborhood and I realize that no one else in this neighborhood has any Halloween decor out yet. Like nothing, not even like fall decor, nothing. Like I said, it right now it's 85 degrees outside in South Carolina. And, you know, we've had actually a couple of days that where it's actually dipped down a little bit into the 70s, but that's about as low as it has gotten. So it's still relatively warm. And yeah, I've gotten a couple of funny looks. You know what? I might go ahead and film my decor outside so you can see, and then maybe like scan the rest of the neighborhood so you could see the difference between mine and theirs. That's okay, right? That's okay. Okay, so anyway, last but not least, we have by Milano Fragranze Panettone. And out of all, besides, I don't know, I don't want to say that. I'd say the Kyse Perfumes and Crumb Couture and Rise and Shine are probably, well, these are all pretty photorealistic, but this one just hits the nail on the head to perfection. It smells like panettone. Panettone is an Italian dessert, and they typically have it, I believe, around Christmas time. And I've actually never had panettone, but this smells like a sweet, fruity bread. I mean, so realistically, it almost makes you just want to like lick or bite your own arm. I mean, it's so realistic to a bread feel. I don't know how they made it so bready. And it has definitely some orange. I definitely get a lot of like a sweet orange, and I believe orange is in panettone. But I get some other kind of fruit in here, and I think I don't know that it's listed in the notes, but I kind of get like this raisin feel. I feel like it smells like raisins and orange and sweet dessert bread. I do believe there's a tiny bit of boozy notes in here too. I think there's rum. but I don't get an overly boozy feel with Panettone. But it is one of those fragrances that the breadiness also helps to tone it down so it's not so sickly sweet. But it is sweet and it is photorealistic and it is delicious. I remember the first time I tried this fragrance, I about lost my mind. I was getting ready to put it in like my top 10 for life perfume list when I first tried it because I just thought it smelled so, so delicious. And I still feel that way. I don't know if it would make it in it won't make it in top 10 for life, but this is just yummy deliciousness and I love it. And it definitely puts me in a holiday mood for sure. Can't wait to wear this one. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. Those are the fragrances that I'm excited to wear that are photorealistic gourmands. And I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think of these fragrances. Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? And do you have any photorealistic gourmands to recommend to me? Because I love getting suggestions from you guys. Let me know. And if you like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.